Rolling easy, back in the easy garage. Back at you. There's Chewy. Here we go. Okay, movie cars. I've been wanting to do this video for a long time, but I haven't really gotten to do it. Haven't had a chance to do it. But Curb's Garage, I was watching his video and he had I guess it's a movie car challenge, and he got it from Paul Sozak. I believe that's how you pronounce the last name, Sozak. So I thought they're throwing up random cars from movies, and I did a little movie one. But instead of doing that, I thought, let's focus on one segment of movies. So what I have today is the James Bond cars that are in my collection. Now, I didn't go through the whole collection. I didn't pull out the Hot Wheels, and there's other companies that made them. So we'll just go through the corgis that I have of James Bond cars. So let's take a look, and we'll go back. These are vintage corgis, most of them. Let's see if we can get the table right. All right, so up first, here's the DB5. And like a 1/6, this is almost like a 1/64 scale. About the size of a Hot Wheels. This is Corgi. Made in Great Britain. This is a later vintage model. And if you look, you push here, and the top's supposed to open. And it'll flip up to eject the bad guy. If you've seen the movie, these some of these DB5s, they're oh, who was that? First James Bond. Oh my God, it's slipping my mind now. I had all this in my head. But here's another one. I don't know why I have two, and I have a bunch in the trailer for resale. So I don't know why I was hoarding some of these. But Sean Connery, there it is, Sean Connery. Had to come out of my mouth. And I don't know if he was the first. I think he was actually the second. No, maybe he was, from Russia. What was the first one? From Russia with Love. So these are some Corgi, 1/64. That's the DB5. We'll move up a little bigger scale on the DB5. Now this one here, I had since I was a kid, early 70s. Probably got this around 1973. A woman down the street from us used to visit Great Britain. She was German, Hannah, and she used to bring me a toy, and I think she got me this one for Christmas. There's your base, made in Great Britain. And this one actually came over probably in her suitcase on the plane. Now these have working parts, just like the smaller one. There's your bulletproof shield. You would push the bumper, and the shield will come up. Here's your ejection seat. And this one would have a little man in there. And then the front, what did the front do? Oh, it's on the side. It would pull out the machine gun turrets. So this one I played with a lot when I was a kid. And this is the condition that I kept my cars in, even though I played with this one a lot. And I even still have the man that fits in there. That's how I took care of my stuff. Let's see if he'll pop out of there. He might. Oh, with him in there. Oh, there he goes. All right, so it still works. Let's try it again. Try it one more time. There he goes. All right, so that's that one. Through the years, they've come out with many, many more. This one's a little newer than that one. And here it is again, the DB5 and a Corgi in its package. But there's a lot of variations on this car that you can, the Corgi guys know the year of the car. Still has the same features, all the same. Maybe the wheels are different or something. But it is newer. And I purchased this, like I told you. When we used to go to Disney World, I would always buy a car every time we went. And they had in Epcot Center, they had the England. They always sold little cars. And there's the price tag. And you can see the Mickey Mouse on it. So I purchased this at Disney World for $12.50. Probably back in 1980. I don't know, between 80 and 85, I could be. And then a newer one, and I'm not sure of his name, maybe Pierce Bronson, but this is a newer model. Snagged this off some auction or maybe eBay. Same features, same car, but you know, they probably changed something on the car, so it's definitely different. But this one's nice, still in its box. This is from the movie GoldenEye, 007, James Bond, DB5. All right, up next, what do we got? Okay, one of my favorite James Bond movies, The Spy Who Loved Me. This is your Lotus, and it's the underwater mode. Now, I know Hot Wheels has them, but this is just going to be all corgi. I got plenty of Hot Wheels, and I can't do a video on all my movie cars because you guys would click off after 4 hours of watching movie cars with me. But here it is, the Corgi 007 vintage. This is probably, it's probably out in the, I don't know, late 70s? No, 80s. This would be 80s because the movie was from the 80s. And like I said, I hoarded it, and I got more in the trailer for sale. I don't know why I have 2 of each of these loose ones. Maybe they're in better condition. But there's your base again on the nicer one. And let's put these 2 together. Let's put the 2 nice 1/64th cars together. Your James Bond, Aston Martin, and Lotus. Okay, now we'll go to a bigger scale Lotus. This is a newer one than the final one. I'll show you my favorite. Here it is, the same Lotus, but it has working parts on it, which I'll show you. This is a newer one. I got this from The Spy Who Loved Me also, but it's a director's cut edition, kind of like a gold box, anniversary edition. Here's your back. Tells you all the features, what the car would do. And if you haven't seen the movie, you need to go check it out. There's your fins on the back. Check that out. That's how it propels through the water. One of my favorite movies. And then up next, I have 2 favorite James Bond movies, and they were all they were both Roger Moore movies. Love Roger Moore as James Bond. This one, Spy Who Loved Me, had the character Jaws in it. Here's another one, Lotus. Now this one I bought in this package from a mom and pop's. This was before we had Kmart, but we didn't have like a Walmart. So it was like a mom and pop's toy store. And I remember I knew I probably saved up 2 weeks of allowance to get this car. Can't remember the price of it. It didn't have a price. It was a mom and pop's. But it's got these little pellets. We'll open this one up. I'll show you. This car has been opened and closed so many times. There's another man. Probably from another car I had. Just keeping them in there. And they had these little missiles that would shoot out back here out of the back. Couldn't have that now. It'd be a choking hazard, and some parents would probably sue the toy company. But here's how it was. Now I played with this, and you can see the condition. Minty, minty, minty condition. Here's how you would take it out. You would turn these little tabs. Let's see which way. That way. Now we're gonna take it off because I've taken it off, played with it when I was a kid, put it back, played with it, took it off. So here it is. So you can see what it does. Now I haven't messed with this in so long, so I think you push this and all the gear comes out. So there's your underwater scuba gear. Yeah, it has two features. So it has that. You would push this in and it would lock it back in place. These little missiles would go in back here. You'd lock it down. And then probably came with 8. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5. So you probably got 8. So I lost about 3. But you would shoot the missile. And I'm going to probably lose this one. If it works, it works. All right. So that still works. Very cool. Love that. Spy Who Loved Me. James Bond. I wish I could have showed you all my VHS movies. I have all the James Bond. I'm a big VHS collector. That'll be maybe a whole nother video thing because you think I have Hot Wheels. I have some VHS. Now, I told you I like Jaws in the movies. So here is from the movie Moonraker. And if you haven't seen that one, it also has Jaws featured in it. Those are my 2 favorite Roger Moore James Bond movies. This one is the U.S. What do you call it? Starship. They would rocket. I know it's a rocket, but this they also have, if you can see, the little feet come out, the landing gear. So you could pull it out. Very delicate. I'm not going to try to pull it out. And the canopy opens. I'll show you on the next one, which is, this is, you can see the difference. The U.S. Space shuttle. We'll call them space shuttles. And this is the Drax, which was the evil character in the movie. This is it with the opening. The canopy's open. And I'm not going to close it, but this one also has the landing gear. And then the Drax helicopter, which is very rare to find in this condition. You can see it says on the side, if you can make it out, Drax Industries. Not focusing, but there's that one. And then I believe this is the one that was in the beginning of the movie when he came after him, but it is in the movie. It's from one of the James Bond movies. Now they both say 007 on the base, and then when Hot Wheels bought Corgi, I don't know if they bought Corgi out, but they bought some Corgi model line, and this is one of them. And on the Hot Wheels model, it actually still says 007 on the base. If I could have found it, I'd have pulled it out for the video. But some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, there's my James Bond cars from the movies. And I have more. Like I said, this is just a Corgi, and probably just the Corgi that I just could see. Didn't want to make a crazy long video. Just show you guys some of my 007, which I've been wanting to do a video on anyway. So this helped me out. Thank you guys for watching, subscribing. Don't forget, check me out on Instagram, rolling_easy, and stay easy. Chewy said, keep on watching, keep on turning them Hot Wheels.